Hi there, this is Mar Haddad. In this first lecture of this course, I just want to inform you that you require for the CCNA course to do labs. That means you have to have hands-on labs because when you want to do the exam for the CCNA, you will get the questions also about the labs. So you have simulation and you really need to configure. And also throughout the whole course that I'm going to teach you about the CCNA Volume 1, I'm going to do a lot of labs. So you have to repeat those labs yourself as well. And to do that, there are different ways that you can do the labs. I'm just showing you here the 4 different ways where you can use the labs or the softwares that you can use them to be able to make the labs. And I'm going to show you one which I recommended, which is the last one, the Cisco Packet Tracer. So the first way to do the labs is to have real physical Cisco hardware. So that means you have the Cisco routers, you have the Cisco switches, and you have the cables, you have the computer, you have everything, and then you connect everything together to be able to do the labs. That's one of the options that you can do the labs. Now, the thing with the physical hardware is that you require to have them. So that means if you have them, that's fine. You don't pay anything. But if you don't have them, you have to buy them, or maybe you can rent a rack online to be able to configure the labs. Or maybe you can get them from lease from your company. For example, if they have a lot of hardware, you can just take some to your home to be able to practice the lab. In case you don't have them and you really want to do all the labs on physical hardware, I'm just going to show you, like for example, if you go to eBay, so let me just show you, if you go to eBay, and on eBay, you can just search for CCNA lab. So you will see that you have a lot of offers like this one, for example. It's saying that you get, we see here 3 routers and 2 switches by 162 euro. Of course, that's some money, but in case you really want to do the labs on physical hardware, then you can buy them, I would say, from eBay, but you can also buy them from any other websites. But I'm just giving you an example like what you can expect. So you can see these are 5 equipments with their cables. You can see all cables. And you can scroll down, you can see what you have here. Maybe you choose the better price and you can buy them. So that's one option. But again, this is something, it costs you some money. The second way to make the labs is to use the Cisco VIRL, which is Virtual Internet Routing Lab. What is this? This is made by Cisco, and it will allow you to emulate labs. So you can create the virtual labs, and you can do the practice that same as you are working on real Cisco equipment. So if you want to get access to the VIRL, you have to pay also for it. So if you want, you can go to virl.cisco.com, and over here, this is the Cisco Virtual Internet Routing Lab, so it is on the Cisco website. Now, you can check here all the information that you want, and in case you think that you want really to buy it, so just click on Get VIRL, and it will take you to the page here, and you see this cost $199 US. Then you have access to this one, but you will see if you go to it. So just go inside to this. You see that you have access for 365 days. That's more than enough to prepare for the CCNA. I would say 365 days is more than enough. And you should have an account on Cisco website to be able to buy this one. But you can see here, it's saying to you that these Cisco modeling labs allow you to create models and scenarios, use Cisco iOS network operating system, routers and switches, connect virtual and physical environment, add nodes, start and view packet capture. So you can see you can have really a lot of things you can do on the VIRL, and a lot of network engineers use that. And you see here that this will support the following images: iOS V, iOS V layer 2, and the Nexus, and the ASA as well over here. So you see that you can use it really to do a lot of things, but that's more than for the CCNA, I would say, because for CCNA you don't require all those things. Like ASA is not part of the CCNA, for example, the Nexus also. So that's fine if you want, for example, to continue your study after the CCNA to go to the higher level. Having this the VIRL, that's also a nice thing to do. Now, the third thing that you can do also is to use the GNS3. GNS3 is an emulator. That means it will emulate for you the Cisco iOS. You will gain access to the Cisco iOS as you are really working on real equipment. Alright, so GNS3 is a software free of charge. You can download it for free. But the problem is that you're required to have valid Cisco iOS image. So you really need to have Cisco iOS image to run on GNS3. And to get those images, this will cost also you some money. So that's also a solution. In case you have already some Cisco iOS images, then you can just download GNS3, and then after you download it, you install it, and then you connect those iOS images to the GNS3, and it works perfectly. And I can show you that if we go to the website of GNS3. So we can go to gns3.com. So here is the website of GNS3. You can see you can do a free download. You can just download it, but also there are a lot of things that you can read here, like the documentation, if you want to know how to run the GNS3. And there are also community here, and they have here the software that you can also watch some videos if you want to know how to use the GNS3. So this is also a nice way to do, and here they put the minimum requirement that you require to have as operating system, processor, memory, and so forth. And GNS3, a lot of engineers use it because it's free, but you only need to have the Cisco iOS image, but then you can run an environment, and you can just connect the routers, and you can put switches, and you can run everything on one computer without having physical hardware. And what it does, it just emulate the iOS. So it doesn't just make simulation, but it will emulate. That means you will gain the real access on the Cisco iOS as you are working on physical hardware. And the last thing that I want to show you is to use the Cisco Packet Tracer. And this is, I just put it here, it's recommended. Why it is recommended? Because one, it is made by Cisco. So Cisco is the creator of this simulation software. Two, it's free of charge. You can get it for free. And the good thing that I'm going to show you in this video, how you can get the Cisco Packet Tracer. So if you go to the browser and you go to google.com, and over here you can just try Cisco Packet Tracer download. So we are going to download it, but in a valid way. Okay, because Cisco, they allow us to download it. And then we can go to this one, the www.netacademy.com. That's a website for Cisco. So we go to there, you see that's the Network Academy of Cisco. Now, if you scroll down here, you can read a lot of things. And here they show you, this is the online self-paced. So this is Intro to Packet Tracer. This is a course that you can register in. It's for free. You can just register to it. You don't have to watch the course. It's 10 hours actually, the course. But once you register to it, you can download the Packet Tracer. So if you want, let's go to it, inside of it. And you see this is the introduction to Packet Tracers. You see the length is 10 hours. It costs free. And this is for beginning. And you have these languages, the English, I think this is Russian maybe. And what you need to do now is just to sign up here and click on English. Now, if you do have already an account on Cisco or on Cisco Network Academy, you can just log in directly. But let me just show you that once you make sign up, in case you don't have an account, and you click on English, then all you need to do is to put your first name, your last name, and your email. And then on this email, they will send you the activation link. Then you go to your email, you click on this link, and then you follow what they are saying to you, and then you enroll in this course. Now, I do already have an account on Cisco, so I will go directly to my account. So I will log in. So you can see that this login is on the Cisco website. And I will put my password. So I'm redirected now. And here we go. So I'm inside my account here. Here what you can do, you can just go to courses, and let's check all courses. And we go down, you see that there are a lot of courses that you may be able to get to them. So let's search for it. So Packet Tracer. So this one, Intro to Packet Tracer. And I will go to it. And now, once I am here, I will say sign up today. But because I do have already the account, then I should be able to sign out directly. So here we go. You have successfully enrolled in the Introduction to Packet Tracer English. Very good. So now what I need to do, I just have to go to the course, launch course. All right. So in this course now, you can, if you want to watch everything, that's fine, because that's a course by itself and it gives you a certificate of course completion. So that's possible. But what is important is to go to resources here, and here you can go to download Packet Tracer. All right. So the Packet Tracer is more than enough to be able to follow the CCNA. And over here on download Packet Tracer, we can go here and over here. You can see this is for Windows. You have 64-bit, 32-bit. This is for the Linux, in case you have Linux operating system, and this is for the Mac operating system. So in my case, I'm using Windows, so I just click on 64-bit download. And you see that the Packet Tracer is having a size of 145 megabytes. So let's wait a minute or so until I have this software downloaded on my computer, and then we are going to install it and to show you a little bit about it. All right. So the file has been already downloaded, and you can see it is over here on my desktop. So let's go to it just to install it, and I will show you once we do the installation how you can use the Packet Tracers. So I will say next, next, next. And you can see it's a matter of just saying next, 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 and then you will see that it's installed. This is the latest version of the Packet Tracer, Cisco Packet Tracer, because they had a lot of versions. So once you enroll in their course, you have the latest version. And if you want to know more about Packet Tracer, you can also watch the course, because you are already enrolled to it and it's for free. So why not? You can also watch. But I don't think you really need that. I will just show you that directly right now, what you can do with the Packet Tracer. So let's see, would you like to run multi-user when application start? Not really. So and now this is the Packet Tracer. So let's put it here. So this is the Packet Tracer. You would require here to log in again. So please put your username and password that you have created. I'll put mine. All right, very good. So now, once I'm now connected to the Packet Tracer, here it is. So you see that you have here a lot of things that you can do, and this is more than enough for the CCNA. Again, for CCNA, you don't require more than this. So let's take, for example, a Cisco router here, which is 2900, and another one as well. So you can see drag and drop, and that's it. And now what you can do is just make the connection. You can take here the straight through cable. I would say that I wanted to connect it from gigabit 0/0 to gigabit 0/0 from the second router. And that's it. Now we can go over here. What you can do, you can, for example, change things that we can add here, slots for this router. That is the back end of the router. And here is the configuration. And here you can see that is the command line. So you can just click enter, and you can see here on the router, for example, I know that you don't have experience on configuring the router, but just to show you something very fast. So let's go to the enable mode and then configure terminal. Please ignore what I'm doing now. It's just to show you that I can ping to the router. So I will go to the interface gigabit 0/0, IP address 192.168.12, for example, .1. 255.255.255.0, and here I say no shutdown. So this router is configured. I will go to the second router, and also I'll go to the configure terminal, and here I will say no. And let's configure this one also, this interface gigabit 0/0, which is connected to the first router, and then I will put an IP address 192.168.12.2, 255.255.255.0, and no shutdown. So now, if I ping from this router to the second one, you see ping 192.168.12.1. We will see in a moment that we have a ping reply. You see, that's a ping reply. So just to show you a very simple lab that I put IP addresses on each of the router and I ping to each other, then they can ping to each other without any problem. So this is the Cisco Packet Tracer. I highly advise you to be able to follow this course because it's for free. You can use it, and you can do a lot of more things as well. So here you can see this is the routers, and then you can also see here for the switches as well. You can just choose the switch you want. You can have end devices. So you have the connectors here. These are the components that you can use. So you can see you have the cloud. So I really advise you to use this Packet Tracer. It's free of charge. It is more than enough for the CCNA, and then it can do all the work that you want. But also, once you do a lab, what you can do, you can save the lab as well. So you can just save by just going here to save as, and then you save this lab so you can open it later. So this is what I wanted to show you in this first lecture, is what you can use as softwares or as physical hardwares to be able to do the labs for the CCNA. So I have showed you that you can use, first thing, the physical hardware, but that costs you some money, but also that's really one of the best options. In case you have the physical hardware, then no problem, you can follow this course yourself. Well, with the physical hardware, you can do all the configuration you want without any problem. Two is to use the VIRL. That is also provided by Cisco. It's a way to emulate the Cisco images. Then you can make the labs. That's also a good one, but that's cost some money. And you don't have access all the time. So you have 365 days. That means 1 year that you can use the VIRL. The second option is to use the GNS3 with the Cisco iOS image. GNS3 is for free. Cisco iOS image, you need to buy them to be able to use them with GNS3, but also the way to connect GNS3 and Cisco iOS image is not very easy, so you're required to do some work for that. So this option is also a good one, but in case you just have the Cisco iOS images and you already know about how to use GNS3. The last one, which I recommended, which is to use the Cisco Packet Tracer. I have showed you how you can get the course of the Cisco Packet Tracer to enroll to it, and then once you enroll to it, then you can download the Cisco Packet Tracer for free, and that's really one of the best options that I recommended for you to follow this course and to also be prepared for the Cisco CCNA exam. So this is what I wanted to show you in this lecture. I hope it was informative for you, and I'll see you in the upcoming lectures.